Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about American politics, and we're going to talk about Kamala Harris's VP pick, Tim Walz. All right. And what I want to talk about today is how there was this huge missed opportunity, and how Kamala Harris is squelching any excitement that could possibly be coming out of her campaign, and how her campaign is best understood, in my humble opinion, as a silent surrender. The Democrats just saying, Trump's got it, man. We've been in power for 4 years. The literally the world's on fire. Like we pretty much brought the world to the brink of World War III. There's open discussion that America is like 3 centimeters away from a civil war. Milk's double or triple what it was when we started, and then Democrats just being like, we cocked this up, man. Like, and it's we cocked it up so bad it can't even pretend. We can't even pretend anymore that we built a better world than Donald Trump did. Like it's not. And the leader that we provided for 4 years, there's a debate on whether he ever led for a single day. Like it's so bad that Pod Save America is like struggling to spin. Like it's just that's how bad. That's where we've reached, right? But there was a brief moment where Kamala Harris could have multiplied the excitement behind her campaign. So when there was some excitement that happened around her campaign, because they were like, holy cows, look at this. Hey, everybody, look at this. A candidate who can use basic communication. Listen to a sentence, process that sentence intellectually, and then respond with a corresponding sentence. What the heck, everybody? Whoa, man. Basic communication from a Democrat leader. Yes, let's do it. So there was some real excitement there for a minute. And that is exciting. It's exciting that Democrats are like, you deserve basic communication. You deserve a candidate who can complete sentences. The fact that we had to let American politics get that low is abominable. It is truly abominable. It is a cultural crime against the American people what the Democrats did. It's horrible. It is really horrible. And I don't think we should forget it. Like I think the Democrat leaders should be held accountable for the outrageous insult they did to America. But let's stay focused here. All right. So what could have Kamala Harris done? So first of all, the Democrats need to realize a few things. No Americans are interested are interested in politicians for political leadership anymore. Okay, look at the Republican Party. They have zero political leaders, zero, right, on their ticket. What's Donald Trump? Donald Trump is a reality TV star, right? Donald Trump is a casino owner. Donald Trump is a guy who's famous for being famous, right? He's like a male version of he's like a male Kardashian, right? Like like he's famous for being famous. He's a full-on American celebrity. Who's JD Vance? An American celebrity, right? He's got a novel that award-winning novel, and then they took that award-winning novel and he has a movie sitting there right on Netflix. He's a celebrity. That's all Americans are interested in for political leadership anymore. Just American celebrity. And the reason why is the most powerful force in American politics is name recognition. Period. End of sentence. Okay? All right. So one, she could have chosen a celebrity. She could have went with Matthew McConaughey. She could have went with George Clooney. She could have went with Chris Pratt. She could have went with John Krasinski. She could have went with any of these, fine, and people would have been super excited, right? The other thing she could have done, get this, right? So my man was Vivek Ramaswamy. I thought he was a fantastic candidate. Looks like right now, I think the work he's doing is to get a cabinet appointment. I think he'll probably get in the cabinet appointment from President Trump. I think that's the case. So, and that's significant, right? So, but that's what Kamala Harris could have done. She could have chosen Vivek Ramaswamy as her running mate. That would have been huge. That would have been huge, right? And you're like, well, wait a second. He's a Republican nominee, right? 100%. And that's the point. Kamala Harris, she could have said, listen, I know what you think. You think I'm just a second Biden, right? Look at this. If you elect me, I'm actually going to do something that no one has ever done. I'm going to choose the opposite party's brilliant talent that they left behind, right? I'm actually interested in inclusion. I'm actually interested in making sure that I'm not the only person of color who moves forward, right? Like it could have been really exciting. It could have been real. It could have been shocking. She could have owned the news cycles for a month, right? Like it could have been. Whereas Tim Walz, ooh man, that's not good. Like Tim Walz, absolutely no one in the country is excited about Tim Walz, right? Like no one's like, oh my goodness, thank goodness we have the governor of Minnesota as the Veep pick. It's just not. It's not good. It's not good, right? But there was a moment where there could have been something exciting, and Kamala Harris just let it pass by because Kamala Harris's campaign is a silent surrender. It is not an actual real campaign, and I think it's not going to. And she's going to get utterly devastated by um, President Trump at the polls, in my humble opinion. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.